14. What? Am I forgetting something? Oh yeah, that's right. We out here.
Double beat down. It goes one for the money and two for the, one for the money and two for the, one for the money and two for the, the flow's locked in the pocket, so let the bro clock it. I'm flow mopping an MC with no options. My show's knocking, there's no flocking when you're talking. I'm roadblocking, letting no bows and no cops it. It's so poppin', they can roll up, but they won't stop it. They're gonna knock it at first, but then they wanna cop it. They're gonna wanna know how many tracks when is it dropping, cause they don't get it very often. I'm talking bang, bang, it's a double beat down. Bang, bang, catch a double beat down. Double beat down. Catch a double beat down.
Yo, we just introducing ourselves. Oh yeah. What's up? Tell what's up. Peace be upon you. My name is Gigio. I'm here with my big brother, EMCEE INFINITE. You know what I mean? We out here. Boom, boom, room. Yeah. You know.
Peace.
What up?
How you doing, brother?
Doing good, yo. EMCEE INFINITE, you know what I'm saying? Representing Boom Boom Room and the ROTC Cypher every Sunday, you know what I'm saying? What's good with it?
Yeah, that's right. It's Rebels&Poets TV, man. Why don't you tell them about ROTC just a little bit, just real quick,
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
about the return of the Cypher, man.
Yeah, so it's kind of based off something that happened over at Royale. We're doing a Cypher, and it just kind of happened with a sort of a conglomerate of freestyle musicians and freestyle artists who are, you know, a cappella artists, whether it's beatboxers or rappers, a lot of MCs. And so that basically is kind of the gist of where that whole idea started. From there, we sort of morphed into bringing it back into this space with Joshua. Really, Arm Slice is, he's really, you know, sort of spearheaded that whole, you know, bringing back the Cypher to the Boom Boom Room. So much respect to Arm Slice for holding it down, bringing back the culture, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's
Definitely. Big up Slice 9, Arm Slice.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and you know, I know today we're doing, you know, you're doing something special here at ROTC. You're shooting the video.
Yeah,
so
basically
about the song. And
yeah, so I got this song Double Beat Down. It's basically it's an ode to, and a lot of people don't think that you can be good at more than one thing. You know, they want to view me as either just an MC or just a beatboxer. I get a lot of that, like, oh, you're dope at beatboxing, and I don't really know you as an MC, or vice versa. And it's hard to convince people that you can be dope at both things. So this is just kind of just a blast out track. This is basically putting it down, you know what I'm saying? I can do both styles aggressively and top form. And it's just a party track, so I figured what better place to do it than at a spot where, you know what I'm saying, we wild out every Sunday. So
that's right, man. Also, I know you've been working on a little on a collaborative project with Joshua Torres.
Yes, that's right.
Why don't you speak on that, my man?
Yeah, of course. So the big thing I'm doing right now is this project called 8-Track, which is kind of one of the first times I've ever worked with just one artist completely conceptualizing every song together. And so we did this album called 8-Track. It's 8 tracks, and it's basically just an ode to the combination of soul singer and rapper that's been done throughout hip hop and R&B, but put a little twist to it, add a little new flavor to it. We also do a lot of a cappella stuff, so we got the beatbox with the guitar thing when we do live shows, just trying to make live music pop off and do something that's authentic and real. So that's what's up.
You know, so I mean, that's like, that was like getting up to speed on just some of the shit that's going on now. But I mean, you know, like we were talking about earlier, you know, you've been doing it for a long time, man. I mean, you know, is it cool if we go back to the history of EMCEE INFINITE? You know, how did it start, and you know?
Yeah, of course. Well, for me, a lot of this started with the Felonious Crew, which is a big time part of my whole, basically my whole beginning in hip hop. Started with meeting these guys. They were a beatbox crew, and I was listening to a lot of hip hop, but ever since I was a little kid, b-boying and all that stuff. But in terms of doing it and participating in the music itself, it didn't really happen until I met this crew, this group of guys. Basically, we had the same things in common. You know what I'm saying? We love the same type of music in terms of hip hop, but we shared the acting bug. We were theater heads. So just kind of getting spastic and getting crazy, and together it made sense. We improvised a lot. Met them in Santa Fe, New Mexico, going to acting school out there. Then came out to, they were out from the Bay. I wasn't from the Bay, but I came out to the Bay. Been here for about 15, 16 years now. But ever since that moment, it sort of crystallized for me the idea of collaborating, and that I was more of an artist who wanted to work with people. So this is my first venture as a solo artist in the past 4 or 5 years. Felonious has been, we've done a lot of stuff throughout the years, and it's sort of in a sort of dormant little kind of cocoon right now. Sort of, things are in the bucket, but we'll see what happens with that. But right now it's all about the solo project. So Felonious is sort of how I came about. Felonious, we used to be called Felonious Punk.
Yeah.
Which is based off Felonious Punk, but there's another band called Felonious Punk.
Yeah.
So we dropped the punk and just called ourselves Felonious. I kind of was like, you know what, we ain't punks anymore, so we gotta be just Felonious now. So that's what happened. So, make sure you check out Felonious. We basically have FeloniousLive.com. We basically have a One Love hip hop sort of mentality. We want to incorporate as many different genres of music and art into what we do. So that's still popping and going on. But in terms of how I came up, listening to artists like Dougie Fresh when I was really young, that's what got me into beatboxing. And beatboxing is the other element of what I do. So again, that's why the whole double beatdown thing's like, I'm just trying to bring as much of both elements in my art as much as possible. Prove that you can be a dope MC and a dope beatboxer. It's not, Rozelle and these other cats, they're really dope at what they do, but when they try to do the MC thing, I always felt that it was slightly forced.
Yeah.
I've been authentically doing both for a long time, so I look to put it down. Correct.
Definitely, man. And on that note too, man, because you're killer beatboxer, killer freestyler, MC, lyricist, man. How much time, and how weird does one have to be to be able to just be by himself and say, I'm gonna fucking be a crazy freestyler and a crazy ass beatboxer, man. Do you want to speak on that experience?
I think what it is that once you get the element of freestyling in it, that's what it is no matter what you do, whether it's acting, whether it's rapping, whether it's beatboxing. When I freestyle, it's just freestyle. It's just off the top. So it doesn't really, it just, it just comes, just like language. I can manage and do the damage no matter when we can hang with this slang shit. So whatever, it's just like breathing. And for me, improvising is about not judging yourself and not judging and not judging the environment around you, taking things that are happening and not judging it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this, I don't want to talk about that, or, it just comes. So that's what happens.
This guy's like a fish in water, man. I just have to say that.
Well, what's that? Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Dude, and I know that you've done, we're sitting here, we've been talking about music, we've been talking about just all kinds. We're talking about hip hop, but we've been talking about all kinds of different things too. Like, you mentioned theater, you talked about, stretching out and, doing band shit, acoustic shit. And I also know that you've taken this to the U, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Can we speak on that?
Yeah, of course, 100%. I've been teaching for a long time now as a teaching artist, both teaching theater, teaching rap, teaching beatboxing. I've taught in jails, literacy through songwriting. I've taught in juvenile halls. I've taught all kinds of different folks. And for me, teaching is just a natural thing. It comes with MCing. If you're an MC, then you speak to the people. Your part is moving the people. If you have, KRS-One is an example of knowledge in motion. And for me, it doesn't stop with just being on a microphone. If you notice with KRS, he lives that shit all the time, 100%. I don't brag a lot about what I do, but I will say this: I'm extremely proud of my work, the work that I do with children, the work that I do with youth, in terms of teaching them how to beatbox and teaching literacy through songwriting, teaching rap elements, metaphors, similes, recording kids, all that stuff. I'm really proud of that stuff. A lot of cats claim to be thugs, or claim to be this, or claim to be that, and claim big shit on what, that's what makes them official. That's what makes them men. Well, for me, what I brag about and what I say I do better than most of y'all is I reach the youth on an official level, a real level. So when you talk on the microphone about being about community and all that stuff, if you're not really reaching the community and actually doing stuff in your community, not donations, every day working with kids in that community, every day working with those people, you know what I'm saying? Then you have the right to say, okay, I'm a revolutionary, I do something for my art. People who tweet about it, but don't actually do anything, people who talk about it, or even people who just rap about it. You know, I don't even talk a lot about it in my rap songs, but I'm official with that shit. So like, that's the stuff that I brag about, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got what they brag about in their rap shit wrong. When you're gonna see me perform tonight, I'm not a thug. I didn't come to pop bottles, you know what I'm saying? I came to put down music. And so what you're gonna see me brag about is the fact that I do music really well. Something that's not popular in modern rap culture nowadays. You've gotta brag about, they want authentic street shit. They want you to be authentically this or authentically that. I'm authentically a musician. I'm an authentic person. I grew up on streets, just different streets than yours, you know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up extremely poor. And I speak for the people. So for me, I'm looking for people who are just looking for authentic people, not necessarily that you're authentically this or authentically that, but that you're a person first. Yeah. And so for me, that's what I'm trying to put down. And that's why I came here, because Return of the Cypher is authentic. A lot of folks here are real, you know what I'm saying? To keep it real on multiple levels, not just the cliche keep it real, but the real, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up.
Yeah. Master communicator, man, you know, appreciate that, man. Yeah. I mean, you know, and just to wrap it up a little bit, man, you know, fucking EMCEE Infinite. What does it mean to be infinite in the year 2014? What are we looking at? You know, what's going on?
You know, my name comes from the opposite of the fear of death. You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of what I've faced in my life in terms of just the fear of death itself, just that element. So the name is a sort of revolution, sort of a revolt against that. And what it means in 2014 is to be connected to your core, because there's so much stuff that's going on and you got to come from a real place every time. So no matter what you're doing, whether it's through punching keys or through authentic conversation and real life interaction, you have to come from a real place. And that's what it means to be infinite. You will, you know, for me, I just want to live on through what I put in my music. If someone can mention my name 300 years from now, you know what I'm saying? I think I'll say I've done my job. You know what I'm saying? Even just 300 years, that'd be nice.
Hell yeah. Right on, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Any last words you want to give
just
to the
check
people?
out EMCEEinfinite.com, EMCEE-infinite.com. That's MC, like the way you really spell MC, EMCEEinfinite.com. Other than that, make sure you check out 8-Track on Facebook, and we also got our 8-Track Kickstarter going. Make sure you check that out. This is JoshuaTorres.com. It's another part of 8-Track. And FeloniousLive.com, and that's it. That's my people. RTC. I'm saying we're about to blow it up. Hit it with an emitted, it's emitted, and it's a limited when independent, put in its pin in it, every sentence in it with perfect penmanship. He don't battle on the internet, but if he entered it, be ending with him in an interview and saying good and insane and winning for the feeling of killing a gimmick. I ain't doing that, the sicker rappers might know. Centrifugal chemical physics on a micro. McQuillan spilling what you feeling, Miller Light though. When I'm in the building, I'm millimeter like a light bulb. I'm a pyro, get your Geico, I'm libo, a Myco, psycho into a light pole. 6 military model rifle, 6mm, I'm a Eiffel. Towering over MCs, I'm the Eiffel. I'm your idol, the highest title, special ed. That's what dumb I go. Not a Machiavelli, I don't need a Mac 11. I come back with a rap and get a cracker like a back and even smack him like a Mac attack him, track him like a pack of rabid cannibals. Come back the shackles like the battle back in Attica. Send my enemy, send him his venomous evidence. It's evident I'm ending your pretending irrelevance while I'm emanating elegance. I'm a veteran, meditating, demonstrating medicine. I get it in. The beat is knocking. This is not a you a product like Prada, but this is Alabama bada rocking and a jabby walkie popping in the lobby of an opera. Lot of drama. I'm a problem when I'm talking on a topic. I'ma keep it inside the pocket. These copies are sloppy. The cream of the crop beside me. They probably lobby to stop me. The cover, the coffin, the boxes, and while I'm cocky, chula poppy with the properties of Rocky Kamikaze. Shut it down.
It's too late for you and me. Baby. Yes, I'd forget it all.
Yo, woke up this morning like